Headline is, Turkish bank case showed Erdogan's influence with Trump. Yeah, talk about understating it in the headline. This is the Iran-Contra scandal updated for the 21st century and on steroids. This is just astonishing. President Trump, you'll remember, has business interests in Turkey himself. He has prided himself also on his relationship with authoritarian leaders the world over. He was much more amenable to the Turkish leaders' pressure on this, and he, in fact, instructed his Justice Department to back off in a way that Biden and Obama had balked at. Trump's pressure, his acceding to Erdogan's pressure, alarmed even some of his own closest aides. Quote, Trump's sympathetic response to Erdogan was especially jarring, former White House officials said. They came to fear that the president was open to swaying the criminal justice system to advance a transactional and ill-defined agenda of his own.
The remarkable details of that are laid out in this excellent piece in the New York Times today, co-authored by investigative reporter Eric Lipton. And Eric Lipton joins me now. Eric, first set up for us what it is that Erdogan wanted out of the U.S. government, both in the previous administration and in the Trump administration.
So there was this investigation that targeted the second largest state-owned bank in Turkey, and Erdogan desperately wanted this investigation shut down, not only because it was potentially a threat to that bank and the economy of Turkey because of that bank, but implicated in the same investigation were a bunch of former ministers who were close to Erdogan. And even Erdogan and his son-in-law had been mentioned as part of the potential wrongdoing in this investigation. So this was something that threatens him politically, because if he is, if he's shown to be involved, or if people close to him are shown to be involved in a corruption scandal involving billions of dollars being diverted to Iran, it could hurt his standing in Turkey. So he desperately wanted this case to go away. He kept telling Obama that. He told Joe Biden that when Joe Biden was vice president, and then he picked up with Trump as soon as Trump became president and told him repeatedly on the phone and in in-person meetings that he wanted this case to go away.
And so then what happens?
Well, what happens is actually that Trump then begins to, direct the Justice Department and the Treasury Department to look into it. And then there's follow-up interventions by the Justice Minister of Turkey and by the Finance Minister of Turkey with Mnuchin and with Attorney General Barr, and they also repeat these requests to have the case shut down. And then the Treasury Secretary presses the Attorney General to consider perhaps a more modest fine against the bank. And then the acting Attorney General Whitaker refuses to give the Southern District of New York prosecutors permission to charge the bank, even though they produced a very compelling memo as to why those charges were justified.
Yes. Yesterday, New York Times published a lengthy report officially launching this TurkeyGate operations PR and called it breaking. Yes. The case I have been analyzing for the past year and reporting on here for the past few months suddenly becomes breaking and spreads through the entire mainstream media like wildfire. I began researching and working on this TurkeyGate operations, the preparation for the coming impeachment, in December 2019, based on information I received from two sources I have in Congress, to be more specific, within the Senate. I started reporting on Trump TurkeyGate impeachment preparations months ago here at Newsbud. I have published 8 lengthy, in-depth pieces covering and analyzing this hushed case and related operations. I broke down and explained the case and identified all involved, including all involved targets, key witnesses, including crooks in jails with immunity and deals, such as Reza Zarrab, Lev Parnas, and Mubarez Mansimov. Well, now suddenly, all of a sudden, we have the US mainstream media, specifically starting with the New York Times, coming out, launching the PR aspect of this ongoing operation that has been in place since September 2019, and basically label it as breaking explosive news. All you have to do is watch all my previous episodes, all my past articles, and you know what I'm talking about. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the timing. Why? Why did the New York Times article come out yesterday, only 4 or 5 days before the coming elections on November 4th? And of course, it spread all over the mainstream media just like wildfire. And I'm going to talk about what are the strategies, what are the reasons behind this, and additionally, a wild card that you won't find in this article, this lengthy 10-page report by the New York Times. This report is currently live at my independent platform, Newsbud, where media integrity matters. Also, it's available via my new community at Patreon. Join and tune in for facts and analysis not found anywhere else. Links are provided above. Thank you all. This is Sibel Edmonds, exposing and challenging deep state operations for 2 decades non-stop. Now let's begin.